Hey, so we're October 22nd. They asked me to choose a termination date. So I guess that I'm gonna choose next Friday just because I'm not doing much anyway. So right now I'm in work day. This is me. Woohoo. Length of service 1 year, 11 months, and 24 days. So in 7 days exactly, I'll be working for exactly 2 years. All right, I found it. Job change and then resign. Proposed termination date. No. 29th. Primary reason. I'm gonna pick career opportunity and development. Done. Submit.
It's been a while since I've done an updated video where I talk about my own career. So you've seen the title, so I'm going to get straight to it. If it's the first video you're watching, here's a 10-second summary. In January 2018, I got my first consulting job out of school at PwC. I switched in October 2019 to DXC Technology, where I worked until recently. I've made several videos outlining the process of how I got these two jobs if you want to watch them later. And this video is kind of like the continuity of my career, so today I want to tell you the story of what led me to quit my consulting job at DXC Technology, despite having a great position, and what I will be doing going forward. As a reminder, I discovered DXC Technology thanks to my friend Kelvin, whom I met in a consulting training when I was still at PwC. He then helped me and referred me to DXC in June 2019 with a start date in October the same year. What I didn't tell you is that Kelvin left DXC 3 months after I joined. Right, yeah, he referred me and helped me just to leave afterward. We didn't even work together in any single project, so I was very surprised. So I asked him, "Where are you going?" And he told me, "Nowhere. I'm going independent." He founded KR Consulting, where he will start giving workday and consulting advice to clients on his own. And back then, I found it quite courageous to go independent with only 2 to 3 years of experience, and I salute Kelvin for his ongoing inspiration. For me, I still wanted to gain practical knowledge in the IT industry and kept on working at DXC. And I was happy. I got everything that I have always dreamed of having. I was paid 6 figures, I was getting leadership experience I never had at PwC, and I was location free. I could work from anywhere, so I took advantage of it and went to Florida, to New York, to Alberta, to Vancouver without taking a single vacation. I was just working from there. Everything was going very well until the pandemic. DXC's vibe started to change. If you watched my video about the Great Resignation, well, you know DXC was a big part of it. I lost more than 50 colleagues in about a year. We went from 120 consultants when I started DXC to the low 40s as we speak. And frankly, that got me very stressed, especially because my manager that I really liked was part of the people who left, leaving me with all the projects, the resources, and the workers under him. The good news was I was getting an unbelievable experience leading others and dealing with things I've never dealt with before, leading to being promoted to team leader in January this year. The bad news was more psychological. Where was DXC heading? We no longer had people to cover our projects, and I was wondering if the department was going to kind of close and then they're gonna lay off everyone, right? So I was very stressed about that. I had so many questions that I scheduled a meeting with the senior director to inquire about DXC's future. Yes, I was stressed to that point. I was very happy because the director was very transparent about it. He told me that he was doing everything possible to retain employees and to retain clients, and hopefully everything will turn out okay. And after that meeting, I was feeling confident. I believed him, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna stay there, because deep down, I didn't want to quit DXC. I was very happy at that firm. I had everything that I wanted. I was in my comfort zone and I was learning constantly. So I really didn't want to leave. But that feeling quite weakened a little bit in April 2021 because of my YouTube channel. Yes, of all places. When I released the video called Working at PwC, My Honest Experience, I got an interesting comment from a guy named Persian Prince. Well, this guy started sharing his own consulting experience at IBM, then told me information about PwC and DXC. This guy was telling me stuff only consultants knew. He was even giving me information only DXC employees knew. So I decided to connect with him on LinkedIn. His name was Aryan. We started chatting online, and I learned he also was an independent consultant just like Kelvin for many years, and he knew pretty much everybody in the industry, and that's why he knew so much information about DXC and PwC and what was happening there. And I found it quite interesting, so I kept on talking to him. He was the first person in my life to confront me and ask me bluntly, "Why are you still working in a firm?" And frankly, I didn't have any great answer other than I didn't know what to do next. For me, the only options that I have I never dreamt of kind of like being a manager, a partner, or anything like that. I just wanted to, I don't know, quit consulting and do YouTube full time and do this business that I'm building right now full time. So I didn't really have any plan. However, through discussions, Ariane made me feel like creating my own consulting firm could help me boost my career even more. But I wasn't fully convinced yet, so we just kept in touch. But as the weeks went through, Ariane kept educating me about the reality of being an independent contractor. Apparently,
you could choose your own clients.
okay,
You could choose the projects yourself.
okay,
You could choose your own schedule.
okay.
You could double or triple your salary again.
All right, yo, sign me up. Sign me up now. Okay, it didn't really happen that way, but you understand, right? The perks seemed way too nice. Logically, it made sense, but mentally and emotionally, I wasn't ready to leave DXC yet. But one thing happened in July that changed everything. My closest colleague quit. I enjoyed so much working with him that it really hurt me to see him go. He found DXC too fragile and didn't want to risk being laid off, like I told you before, so he just found a better opportunity. His situation was a bit different than mine though. He had a family to support and everything, so I understood and I told him frankly, if I was in his shoes, I would have done the same thing because it was kind of like too risky to stay in an uncertain situation like that. Therefore, at that moment, I had no one else at DXC. There were only new people who started a couple of months or weeks ago, and I didn't feel as attached as before. Everyone that I cared about quit, so I decided to jump ship. And this is where MCAFE Technology Inc. was born. Yeah, so you notice that MCAFE Technology, DXC Technology, yes, they look alike, they sound the same. Yeah, yes, I did it on purpose because I wanted to pay tribute to DXC, really the firm that gave me everything and every tool that I needed to make that possible. So for the first time in 2 years, I started job searching, not for a job this time, but for clients on my own that needed consulting services. And after a couple of weeks, I found one. And so it was time for me to announce the news to my director. In early August, I told them that I was quitting, but I gave them 3 months of notice just because there was no one who could kind of like handle the projects that I was handling. So I gave them 3 months of notice to kind of help them transition and help them hire new people who could do the job instead of me. And then those 3 months were up, and in the last week of October, the big day arrived.
Hey, so we're October 29th. This is officially my last day as a DXC consultant. I just wrote the email that no one likes, I think, you know, the last day email. And if you want to keep in touch, here's my contact information. I don't even know if people do care. Most people I worked with at DXC are no longer at the firm here, so it feels a bit weird to send that kind of email right now, but I think it's something that we need to do when you leave a company. But yeah, I'm not sure. I feel a little bit stressed. And I realized like 2 years ago today, I was joining DXC. So yes, I'm a bit emotional. We'll say again, and I keep saying that in my videos, DXC has been a life-changing job for me. It really upgraded my career and upgraded my life. Because of the job, I'm able to do all of the stuff that I'm currently doing right now. More info on that later in the video that I'm gonna film later, because I'm filming this way in advance just to gather some thoughts and some B-roll. So yeah, now just a little bit later in the afternoon, I'll just go and ship my laptop back to the US. So make sure you don't miss that. So if you're not aware, when you work from home, and the company you're working for is not in your city or is not in your country, you need to send back the laptop by mail. I don't see myself going to Toronto or the US to give back my laptop, so I'm glad they have this option. So yeah, we're driving to the nearest FedEx office and then ship it back. Alright, so I know that I said that we were going to a FedEx office, but we don't have anyone nearby. So I'm going to Staples. I know I live in Quebec, so everything is in French, so it's
bureau en gros in French. So yeah, we're gonna ship it from here. Mission accomplished. I have my tracking number and I no longer work at DXC. Thank you, DXC, for all these years, even though it was only 2. But this is goodbye, and I will welcome the new chapter of my career now. So from now on, I'm an independent consultant. If you would have told me when I graduated that I would be independent within 4 years, I would have not believed you, but here I am. What I realized is you can plan your career as much as you can, but things will happen around you. And if you don't pay close attention, you could miss valuable opportunities simply because you wanted to follow your original plan. 4 years ago, I was planning on staying at PwC until I was financially free, but I'm glad I changed my mind. The lesson for me as well was keep on reading my YouTube comments because I think without Ariane, I wouldn't be here today. So thank you Ariane, if you're watching this. So yeah, keep on leaving YouTube comments, by the way, guys. If you have any great opportunities, I will welcome them. Thanks for watching this video and coming along on this journey. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions regarding consulting or being independent. If you want more videos explaining the details of being an independent consultant, also let me know. In the meantime, you can watch this video here to understand how I got my job at DXC Technology without applying online. Hit the like button for the almighty algorithm, subscribe for more career content, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.